From hail to rain, a powerful storm pounds Edmonton, causing major flooding. And a major cleanup effort is underway at West Edmonton Mall after parts of the roof collapse. Plus, back in the black, Premier Klein says Alberta is now the only debt-free province in Canada.
Now, Edmonton's Global News at 6 with Gord Steinke and Linda Steele.
Good evening. Gord's back tomorrow. It's a cleanup that could take months after a ferocious storm tore through Edmonton. Yesterday's storm packed enough punch to float cars down major roadways and back up sewers in hundreds of homes. As Brian Hurlbert reports, many Edmontonians are still trying to wrap their heads around this wild weather.
It's one of those things you have to see to believe. Snow plows in the month of July.
And I've never seen hail like that in my life. It was unbelievable.
This neighborhood took the brunt of it. Did you ever think you'd be doing something like this in the middle of summer?
In July, no, never. That's crazy.
Mountains of ice piled up after a full hour of ferocious hail rocked West Edmonton.
Wow, it was amazing. This hail was just pouring like within half an hour. Everything was white, completely white.
On every corner of nearly every home, signs Mother Nature was too much for many basements to handle.
It sounded like Niagara Falls. The window wells were just flooding through with water.
The storm reportedly dumped up to 150 millimeters of rain, trapping people, cars, and bringing the busiest parts of Edmonton to a standstill. The storm began to brew around 3:30 in the afternoon, thanks to a potent mix.
Warm air tends to rise with thunderstorms and a little bit of sunshine, cold air aloft, everything tends to flip over. So you get these things that develop quite rapidly, and that indeed is what happened over Edmonton.
This apartment building was evacuated after water filled the parkade, triggering a gasoline leak. 200 people were forced out, including the Madden family. They have a place to go, but there's still a lot of unknowns.
No power, no nothing, and we don't know when we're going to be able to come back home.
Although this is severe weather season, 3 storms in the last week and a half has been more than enough for many. Though some can find the fun in it, others hope this is the last time they have to pull out their winter tools in the middle of summer. Brian Hurlbert, Global News.
The Red Cross is helping 13 people who have been forced from their West Edmonton homes. Those people will have disaster assistance for up to 72 hours after the flood. If you're in need of any clothes or household items, Edmonton Emergency Services may be able to help. You can give them a call at 428-4422. Well, Edmonton drivers once again had to deal with flooded streets. The rain and hail fell hard and fast, and city sewers couldn't keep up with the volume. And even though the water is gone now, many motorists are still feeling the impact of Mother Nature's wrath. Vinesh Pratap reports.
The rain combined with the hail was just too much for the city's sewer system. Catch basins clogged, parts of the white mud turned into a lake. Despite what happened,
the drainage system worked as it was designed to do. Now, I don't believe there's a system in the world that can take what Mother Nature dished out to us yesterday.
While the rains proved problematic, it was the hail that created chaos for city road crews. The merge lane on Fox Drive West is closed because chunks of the road have been washed away.
We're assessing that damage now, and that's why we're saying it could be up to 2 weeks to do the repairs there. It is only the one lane, so traffic can get through.
Crews have a number of areas they have to address. Part of the entrance road into Snow Valley was damaged in last week's storm and is still awaiting repair. And on the white mud, surface cracking on the Quesnel Bridge should be fixed in the next couple of days.
There will be some locations that you do have that, but we haven't had a chance to get out and survey all those locations.
What's needed is some dry weather so repair crews can get to the backlog, both on the street and in the sewers. The city can't handle another wallop from Mother Nature right now.
If it came today, we would be really hard-pressed. But give us some time to let the water drain off a bit. The system should be ready for another big storm, yes.
And while Edmontonians wait for what Mother Nature will dish out next, the city is crunching the numbers, calculating how much the current cleanup will cost.
this is going to be a sizable cost to the city of Edmonton.
Vinesh Pratap, Global News.
The mayor says the city may be looking to the province for some financial help once the extent of the damage is determined. The world's largest mall had to be evacuated because of all the rain. Pipes on the ceiling on the first floor burst under all the pressure. The water was quickly ankle deep and several stores had to be shut down because of the mess. The damage was near the Ice Palace, which was acting as a dam. So mall staff smashed out several panels of glass to let the water escape. Leaks continued to appear and eventually the mall was evacuated. 30,000 shoppers were sent outside where traffic moved at a snail's pace because of flooding on streets surrounding the mall. Fletcher Kent is live at West Edmonton Mall tonight. And Fletcher, do mall officials know why those pipes burst yet?
Well, yes, they do, Linda, and it comes down to pressure, plain and simple. You see, with all that rain that we got in a very short period of time, that water had to go somewhere, and it went into the drainage pipes that run through the ceiling of the mall. And you can see right there where those weakest points of those are. The pressure just built up so much that those pipes burst, and you can see where all that water fell through, drowning much of the mall. On top of that, raw sewage backed up in some of the lower levels of the mall. A great deal of damage caused by that. In total, about 30 to 40 shops were affected, including the Galaxyland amusement park and the water park. So now we have the store owners that are trying to have to figure out exactly what they're going to be doing right now. And a lot of them are finding a lot of ceiling that has fallen onto their merchandise. They're also finding just water damaging all the floors. Those will likely need to be replaced. So they're mopping up right now and hoping that they can recover from this damage.
Today we're just going to basically focus on getting the water up off the ground. As you can see here, we brought our hip waders in so we can go into the back and get that fixed up.
So now those individual store owners are trying to assess the damage and figure out how much this is going to cost them. Most of them don't know those exact figures as of yet, but the mall as a whole estimates the damage to be in the tens of millions of dollars. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So right now, though, most of the stores have reopened. The Galaxyland and the amusement park have also reopened in that time as well, but it's no idea how long this is going to be. Probably months before everything is fixed back up.
Right in the middle of tourist season.
Yeah, and that's the toughest part, according to mall officials.
Okay, thanks, Fletcher.
You're welcome.
Another major West Edmonton thoroughfare ended up underwater during yesterday's storm. One area resident snapped these shots from a third-floor balcony. Water filled the streets, jumped the curb, and flowed onto the adjoining service road and neighboring yards. Several vehicles were submerged, with the motorists needing assistance to get to dry land. Several basement suites in nearby apartments were also flooded. Here's what's left today. There's a large sinkhole in the road near 152nd Street. City crews have blocked off the area until repairs can be made. So there's a lot of damage.